The last thing any Chelsea fan wants to hear right now is a transfer story regarding Darwin Nunez.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through
Oh yeah, baby. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan, back at the desk today to have a laid-back conversation with you, baby girl. Chelsea are playing Aston Villa this weekend. I've built a lineup. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm terrified. Enzo's had successful groin surgery. Of course, he's out for the season. We reacted to that yesterday. And of course, Fabrizio Romano has revealed the Darwin Nunez secret, which has given us all a shudder down our spines. Yes, not in the office today, back at the desk. Apologies for filming this prior to Pochettino's pre-match press conference. I had a lot of time now, and I just kind of was in the mood to talk to you guys, you know. Also, we know what Pochettino is going to talk about, the disappointment at Arsenal. He's obviously going to reference to the fact how Chelsea have confirmed Enzo's out. The only thing is Palmer going to be back? But the fact how Palmer's like pictured himself in training saying back at it, I think Cole Palmer's back. And also, from what we understand, Gusto won't be back. So I think I've got enough intel to talk about the game, but I want to talk about everything else here today. So thanks for joining me, guys. Loving the support from you, boys and girls recently. Keep it coming. Thank you for liking, subscribing, hitting the bell if you choose to subscribe. And as always, I love reading your comments. All right then, first and foremost, Enzo Fernandez, here we are. I believe this is his wife, girlfriend, certainly the mother of his children. Either that or just a really cozy fan, posting on her Instagram story of her and Enzo in hospital. This is after the operation. Apparently it went well, it's all gone well, and I think she's written something here. Yeah, vamos amor. So, amore. Is it amore or amor? Anyway, he looks pretty happy. He looks pretty healthy from post-groin surgery. But of course, he'll be out for the season. And we've spoken about this. I think this is a really good thing. I want him to be healed for the Copa America. I'd rather he be healed for the Copa America and go and regain form, fitness, and morale than play through an injury for the rest of the season. Because there's a strong case that he might even be doing more harm than good to our chances. That we love Enzo. We know he's got immense quality. But we all know, understand, recognise and agree that perhaps he's not been in the most sensational form. So yeah, I want him to go and play with Argentina and do well. Anyway, we speak about this at length in the previous video. Do go watch that if you had to watch it. But yeah, confirmation that the surgery is done and it was a success. So, vamos amor. Alright then. Yeah, we're going to talk about the game, the Villa game. You know, it's Birmingham and all that. But, yes, Fabrizio Romano spoke about Darwin Nunez. So Chelsea were looking for a striker in the summer. Now, he didn't really timeline it, but apparently we were going in really hard for Darwin Nunez, who, of course, was already a Liverpool player at this point. And my word, if we'd... Because how much did they buy Darwin for? £85 million? Would they have expected to sold him at a profit for Chelsea? Imagine if in a world where we just spent £100 million on Darwin Nunez from Liverpool. Like, we've already bought Torres from them, which was he a record signing at the time? 50 million, or certainly for a striker maybe in the Premier League. He must have been in the Premier League. 50 million. If Liverpool did that to us, look, Torres. Look, everyone's got their opinion on Torres. I actually think it was quite useful in the end. Of course, he played a key. He was a key figure in our first Champions League win as well. And that was hugely important. But, you know, Liverpool knew Torres' best days were over. And that's since come out from, like, Gerrard and people. Like, we spent £50 million on him. The media at large was like, oh, my God, Chelsea have signed Torres, this elite gunman from their rivals. And he wanted to go to Chelsea. But it turns out his best days were done. And, oh, my God, hindsight. Look, you guys know my opinion on Jackson. I think there's a lot of positive green shoots in his general play. But of course, the low confidence finishing has been a huge problem of late. Only one player in Europe's top 5 leagues has missed more big chances than Nico Jackson. And that is Darwin Nunez. So they're the two players, the two strikers that have missed the most big chances across Europe's top 5 leagues. And imagine if we had them both. And Nunez has played off the left a lot as well. We could have had them playing up front together. Maybe maybe they need each other. And if they play together, they like suddenly become elite finishers. Maybe that's it. Like they're like two power stones that combine to make a finishing gem, but together and separate, they just don't do anything. You know, maybe we missed a trick. But apparently, we did loads of negotiations with Liverpool to sign Darwin Nunez. Loads of it. And apparently, Klopp blocked the move. So I just want to extend my deepest and most sincere gratitude to the German manager of Liverpool for blocking that move. And even more of a stern sentiment from me, I hope to God that interest from Chelsea no longer remains. Because if these sporting directors have thought after this season, okay, let's try again for Nunez now. Brother, sister, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm hanging up my hat. I'm going to live on a farm somewhere. Maybe become like a shepherd on a hill. And I'm done. I don't want to think about Nunez at Chelsea. Oh my God. Can you just imagine it? Look, man. Again, a lot of football nerds actually like Nunez. They like the fact how he's got massively high shot volumes. And I think he scored 17 goals last season or something. Like, he's not... But the thing is, he's just a joke. You know, we've had enough of that. Look, we've had likable jokes before. And look, I know we love Timo Werner. I love Timo Werner. I wouldn't want him back at Chelsea, but I had no issue with him at Chelsea. He was a really good guy. Everyone likes a trier, don't they? He's a trier. He tries really hard. He was genuinely useful, not really for goal scoring, but for making runs in channels and just distracting defenders, really. The fact he'd look at the Champions League final run goal, you know, everyone played that part. It wasn't just Mount and Havertz, it was also Werner as well. So he played his part, but oh my word. Nunez would be on high wages as well. He's an £85 million striker. That is not the solution. The fact how we turned to him, it blows my mind. Like, can we just talk about that for a second? At what point? Like, do you know what? The more I think about this, the more I feel sick. Like, where's the freaking plan? What happened to this, like, elite, understated, discreet, intelligent, cerebral transfer plan that, you know, that aligns with all our amortization and sneaky running football tricks? At what point is that, let's try and buy Darwin Nunez from Liverpool for like even more than the 85 million they paid for him? That's clever. Who are these, man? Is there... I don't understand, like, the world where that's the sensible solution. Anyway, look, it's a headline. I'll stick it in the title because I want you guys to feel the pain with me. But let me know what you think. God, send shivers down my spine. So, let's talk about the game, shall we? Aston Villa, we did play them last time in the Cup really well. I can't speak English. I think we did well against them, but they are a good team, bro. They have they just beaten Arsenal recently? The same Arsenal that slapped us up 5-0. Yeah, they beat them. So there's that. And we have beaten them before, though. And Villa do play a high line. And there will be space to play in behind. And we are the kind of team that will win 6-0 one week and then lose 5-0 quite literally the next game week, which is profoundly insane. And if there's one like couple of fixtures that present inconsistency, I mean, that is it. There won't be a bigger demonstration of inconsistency than those two games. They're a good team. They got a couple of players missing, but they've still got the bowlers. You know, McGinn is the boy in the midfield, isn't he? They got a good defense. They've got a great goalkeeper. Like, Emi Martinez is an absolute so-and-so, you know what I want to say. But he's one that you'd want in your goal. He's a great shot stopper. You know, he's not like the best shot stopper in the world, but he's good. He's a good penalty taker. Again, he's not the best penalty saver in the world, but he just mixes being a good penalty saver in with being an absolute see you next Tuesday. and it works really well. And that you need character, bro. Like, I would love Emi Martinez in Chelsea because he's such a knobhead that I'm like, yeah, get him in my team. Let's become Chelsea again. Do you know what I mean? And when you've got character just pulsating and emanating from the back, you feel like you got a strong foundation. We ain't got that, bro. We ain't got that at all. So he's good, I think. They got a strong midfield. They got a great attack, like Bailey, Diaby, Watkins, and others. And they got, what's his Ramsey. They got some guy called, is it Rogers or something that popped up the other day that looked like an absolute baller. I was like, where the hell did he come from? So they got a good team. They can play in possession and they can play without the ball in transition. But how are we going to play? Probably not very well. Let's look at the lineup I've built. Here we go. Petrovic in goal. Playing pretty badly recently. Very worried about him, so that's a good start. The back four is an interesting one. Now, Pochettino brought on Chalobah and Silva in that absolute shellacking against Arsenal, saying they couldn't start the game. Well, they can ruddy start this game, mate. I'm telling you. I don't care. I've spoken to the medical team. If I see the Monaco pairing in the centre-back positions, I'm done out here. I am done. Now, left back, I was very, very tempted to put Ben Chilwell in, which I think is like reaching fitness again. But in a terrible performance against Arsenal and a terrible defensive performance, Cucurella didn't play well, but he didn't play as profoundly badly as the other guys. And I think he concentrates quite a lot, which for a team of children is a rare asset. And yes, I just said that. This is how far fallen the mighty have fallen. I've just praised a Chelsea player for concentrating in a game. So, Cucurella gets a start for me. Well done, lad. And I don't want to see... I love Gilchrist. I think he will be a useful asset for Chelsea. But at the moment, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Disasi is the best right-back option in the absence of Gusto. Gusto's training again. I don't think he's going to be available for this game. Obviously, if he's available, I'm chucking him in. But Disasi, I think actually, to be fair to him, his right-back performances at times haven't been that bad. His performance at centre-back against Arsenal was disgraceful. But with Chalobah and Silva starting in the centre-back positions, I would play Disasi at right-back. Excuse me. All right then, in the engine room, obviously Caicedo, and obviously Conor Gallagher has to partner him. We played this double pivot against Everton and won 6-0. In fact, in front of these two centre-backs, we played this box 4 and won 6-0. And we don't have much of a choice. So we'll play again and hope for another good performance. Now, of course, the attack is the most interesting talking point of this lineup and indeed this game. Cole Palmer FC, we all pray that he is available. Double game week for him on FPL. Many of you have captained him, understandably, despite Chelsea being abhorrently bad. Palmer on the right. Sorry, Nonny, you got to ride the bench. You're behaving and performing like a child of late. Not that I've given up on Nonny, but my so-and-so, whatchamacallit, he's got to do some growing up. Nico, he shaved his head. He's no longer got the blue hair. He looks serious. He hasn't got the weight of the blue hair anymore. So hopefully he can, he's our striker at the moment. He does do some good things well. It wouldn't surprise you if he misses 2 chances, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise you if he scored a goal. And at the moment, that's the best we can do. So Jackson starts up top. So at the moment, Jackson starts up top. Look, Mudryk, I think, has looked awful recently. I haven't given up on him. Much like Nonny, although I think Mudryk's just severely undercoached. I think Mudryk could be a lot better than Nonny, personally. But, yeah, I think he needs a new manager. I think he needs a new manager more than most. Not that we will get a new manager, and that's another discussion. I think give Sterling a start, man. Let's either give Sterling a chance. Let him help us out. He's a professional. He's fit. He's 29 years old. He's played in the Premier League for 1,000 years. He's scored well over 100 goals. He's rested TF, you'd have to say. Give him a go. And it will either help us out and be useful and be like, yeah, okay, Sterling has still got something to offer. Or this is kind of be like the game of the final nail in the coffin. Like, get him gone. And this is how you find out. And of course, the biggest talking point in the lineup, you'd have to say, is the number 10. We've got Conor Gallagher having to drop into the double pivot. The number 10's interesting. Now, the number 10, I think, profile-wise, and I've said this to you guys before, I think it most suits Carney Chukwuemeka. And of course, this is his former club as well. He'll probably take stick off the opposition fans if he comes on. But I think these two guys, Jackson and Palmer, he will link with really, really well. I really like Chukwuemeka, and he's got a goal in him. I think he's the perfect profile. Granted, I might not know everything behind the scenes. Maybe he hasn't quite learned some combination of stuff. Maybe he's not up to full fitness and he can't start. But personally, right now, in the absence of, someone like, Gallagher not being able to play there, although I'm not really enamoured with Gallagher in the 10, or Nkunku, I'd play Chukwuemeka, but you have so many different options here. You can play Chukwuemeka, like I would. You could also very easily play Mudryk there. He has started as number 10, and I actually would much rather, if Mudryk has to play, I'd much rather see him here than here, personally. So you've got so many people, bro. You could play Sterling's played there before, so you could even do that. Of course, you could play Cassidy. I think he's highly unlikely, but this is kind of his role, Cassidy. But he's been used as a sort of finisher, just a tall boy to come on at the end and try and head balls away. And bless him, failing at that. He's a good player, though, by the way, Cassidy. And of course, Palmer's played there loads. In fact, where's my child? Where's Noni Madueke, the kid? Hold on. So this is the 4 that started against Everton, but we also had Madueke and Palmer behind Jackson. Was it Mudryk on the left? I think Mudryk was on the left, but he was a bit quiet that day. So maybe you start that. That's very attacking, isn't it? That is very, very attacking. But if Sterling helps Cucurella and behaves like an adult, we've got a centre-back playing behind Madueke, so that will offer him a little bit more defensive security, because he offered no support to Gilchrist in that Arsenal 5-0 defeat. Maybe that's it, actually. That looks kind of good. That's my lineup. That's the lineup that beats Everton and soars us up the table and to the 3 points behind Man United again, because apparently no matter what happens in our life, we will never be further up the table than 3 points behind Manchester United. But I put it out to you guys. What do you think of my lineup? I'm going to say Chelsea win this game 2-1. Well, we are not going to be the favourites, by the way. They are a top 4 team on a European run, and they just beat Arsenal. They are very good, but I don't care. We're going to beat them 2-1. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. I can't wait to read your thoughts. As always, I love the comments on this channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you, mate, back here very, very soon. Look after yourselves. Of course, if any other story breaks in the meantime, I will react to it accordingly here. So make sure you have the bell turned on when you subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.